All right, happy Friday night, everybody. Welcome on into the Hat Creek Interior Studios. We got a Friday night show for you. Who you rooting for in the college football playoffs? Can Texas Tech men's basketball hang with Duke tomorrow night? Duke, by the way, 8.5 point favorites on the early look ahead line. We'll see what it opens tomorrow in most of your markets. But can Tech stay within 10? Most Texan thing you have done this week, Christmas style, maybe. What's your most Texas Christmas style tradition? Anything else that's on your mind? We got college football playoffs tonight. We got basketball. We got stuff going on. And if you're a Tech football fan, you just get to sit back and watch all the carnage. Let's have fun tonight. I want you guys to get in on the United Supermarkets chat line. Tell us what you're thinking. Whether you're on YouTube, Ryan Hyatt's Raiderland, free. Whether you're on Facebook, Ryan Hyatt's Raiderland, free. Or on Twitter, X at Ryan Hyatt Media. So get in 3, in 2. Good evening, West Texans, all you good, fine, friendly folks out there who wish you were. I'm Ryan Hyatt, TheRaiderland.com, the website. Start your day there every day, checking out those fresh, hot links brought to you by Jackson Brothers Meat Locker in Post, Texas. Get on their site, order today, order quick. Can't do Christmas probably right now. New Year's Eve for sure. Your parties for the Orange Bowl for Tech, yeah, we can do that. Brought to you tonight by The Reserve Culinary Tavern, 103rd and Quaker. Great brunch Saturday and Sunday. You could be hanging out tonight. You could be there in the morning watching college football and enjoying a great brunch. And then if you're looking for New Year's Eve plans, check out their. We've got the menu for you there on our Facebook page for The Reserve. It's a culinary tavern. And we're brought to you by Live Life Well Clinic here in Lubbock. Dr. John Skelton, great Red Raider. Hey, man, don't wait for 2026. Get started now. I know it's holidays. We're going to eat bad. We're going to do different things. They're going to help you out. They're going to help you live your best life in 2026. And maybe this weekend we'll tell you something cool they're doing with us. They bring you Raiderland Rewind after all Tech football games. Maybe they're doing something else too. All of you guys on the United Supermarkets chat line. So get in just like James on Facebook. Look at that. He's thumbs up. Old school. You give us thumbs up. Let us know the audio is good. The video is good. And then you jump in, right? And you have some fun. And you get in on our topics of the day. Most Texan thing you've done. Most Texan Christmas traditions that you have. Or just what you did this week. Maybe it was just like me, just celebrating the late, great Joe Ely this week. Take basketball. We mentioned it looks like the line is opening at Duke favored by 8.5 points. If you told me 10.5, I would have bought it. That's great respect for this Texas Tech basketball program that it's only looking in the market at 8.5 because it should probably be 10.5. It should be double digits. And that's the line I would be making right now is, do you think Tech can hang within 10 points of Duke tomorrow night? You got the young Boozer. Freshman talent. You got a huge, huge front court. 6'9", 6'9", 6'8". Bamboye ain't going to play. Luke ain't going to be there. Got the banged up knee. Toppin's your only inside guy. You got issues beyond the defensive problems that you've already had. So is this an Alamo moment for the Red Raiders that they sit there in New York City tomorrow and say, you know what, we can do this? Or do they get run out of the gym? You tell us. Charles, good people, good Red Raider, just does emojis, and it confuses me because it's so hard to read. Please, people, I love emojis. That's fine. But give me some words. Give me something. Give me some words tonight. So on Facebook, Ryan Hyatt's Raiderland, subscribe to that free or sign up or whatever you do on Facebook. On YouTube, we got past the awkward number of subs, and now we really want to blow through 700 subscribers this weekend. I think you guys can make it happen. I know you will. All you got to do, because I know we've got scads of people every night who watch this live, replay, or otherwise. Hey, subscribe to all the platforms. It don't cost nothing. It grows everything. It gets more people in. We have more better and fun discussions with everybody. It's been a week, hasn't it? Good week, fun week. This week feels like if we didn't get it done this week, right, it wasn't going to happen. Cause, well, I don't know about you. I'm going to be working Monday and Tuesday for sure. Christmas Eve, we'll probably take Christmas Eve off, but Monday and Tuesday, we're still going to be working and knocking stuff out here in West Texas. It's what we do. But I know for a lot of people, it was like this was the end day. This is all right. We're done. Next 2 weeks ain't nothing happening. I disagree. We got stuff to do around here, so we're going to be here with you. But it just had that odd feeling today that like I was even listening to Chad Hasty on his radio show, and he's like, you know, I'm done. Well, what do you mean you're done? We got stuff going on. So get on the United Supermarkets chat line. By the way, United Supermarkets, the supermarket that puts their name on stuff in Lubbock and West Texas and Texas Tech, as opposed to the one that, takes your money and sends it down to Austin and puts stuff on there. All right, let's clean up some questions, comments, and otherwise. Will Texas Tech hang within 10 of Duke tomorrow? Miami A&M, Oklahoma, Alabama. Your first two games tonight, Oklahoma, Alabama. Who you're rooting for? I can't say that I'm rooting for Oklahoma, but I think Oklahoma is going to win. I want Oklahoma to win from a broad college football standpoint and just kind of shut up Alabama for a little bit. Other games, what do you expect? What do you think is going to happen? All right, Randy Wade gets in. Randy Wade on Facebook. How is Carthage so good? First off, this is a Texas high school football deal, and that's not my lock-in type thing that I pay attention to anymore. They blew out a good West Orange Stark team. I think Carthage could probably battle for the 5A title. The 27 WOO West Orange Stark running back, Jefferson committed to Tech, and he bench presses 550 pounds. He's also 5'3". Good Lord. Somebody stretch him out. Very strong for a small person. 5'3". Oh, we got a 5'3" running back coming into Texas Tech who's benching. All right, what are we going to do, man? Little person, big world, part 2. Yeah, no, it's really interesting. Since my son graduated and quit playing high school football, I'm like I'm serious, like totally divested. And I don't even know now. I have YouTube TV. I don't even know how to watch the Texas high school playoffs. I don't even know what channel it would be on that I have that I could watch them. Are they even televised right now? The demise of Fox Sports Regional and Bally Sports and everything else. Jeff, can they stay within 10? Yes. Will they? Not a chance, 20 plus. Sadly, I'm leaning that way. That I think this could be a blowout tomorrow night with Tech and Duke. This is about the worst time Tech could catch them. They're playing hot. They're playing great, and you are beat up, hurt. Got nobody on the inside. That's what they do. Your defense right now is a train wreck. And Grant McCaslin told you, it ain't scheme, it's effort. Man. When you hear a coach in mid-December roll that out. If this team were healthy, if this team were just kind of struggling right now, it had all the aspects of it, just wasn't putting it all together, I would say this would be a great moment for a team to put it all together. I don't think this team has anything to put together right now. And it's a shame because this is a really good non-conference schedule, and you're going to come through it, and you're going to get one win out of about 5 really good opportunities, and that's going to be the LSU game. That's it. A lot of chicken left on the bone. Now, here's the good news. Hyatt's ripping the team. Hyatt obviously thinks McCaslin should be gone. This team sucks. Going into this weekend, because of the schedule and some of the wins you've got, you're basically on the 5-6 line right now if the tournament started today. Going into Big 12 play, nothing really changes. It proves that if you have a good schedule, that even if you lose games, it's better than playing Merrimack and Mercer and whatever and ACU that it's better to play these games and lose them than it is to go in 10-2 and play nobody. Because nothing really changes. If you want to make the NCAA tournament, you got to finish in the top half of the Big 12. If you want to have a decent seed, you've got to win games in the Big 12. So nothing changes fundamentally, good non-conference, bad non-conference, for what you've got to do to get a good seed. You're still better off where you are now than where you were. His name is Robert. He's on Facebook. Ryan Hyatt's Raiderland. Weekend picks. Oklahoma tonight. He says Oklahoma. Oklahoma, slight favorite going into tonight, about 1.5. Miami, the dog, going into Kyle Field. I think Miami may boat race them. I could see Miami absolutely scorching Texas A&M. They played nobody. Oregon and Ole Miss both win, but neither cover. Oregon with about a 20.5 point number cover. I won't be surprised if Oregon doesn't win by 30. Ole Miss, Tulane -17. Ole Miss is the wild card. Like if you were telling me you got to bet on all of these first round games, but you can leave one out, I would leave Ole Miss out because of the uncertainty of the changes in coaching staff and everything that's gone on. That it's not the same team. That's been a really good hyper offensive team, by the way. Oregon, I think, covers easily. Ole Miss probably does, but I don't like uncertainty in the betting market. Old Texas Tech man, 91-44, Texas Tech basketball, pursuing G League player Kareem Walker. That is factual. He could come in at midterm, in the whatever semester, bro, whatever you want to call it. There's about 20 other teams that are pursuing him. He is under the new, I guess, NCAA rules, legislation, or otherwise. He can reclassify and come back and play as a college player after playing in the G League. If Tech got him, that sure as hell would help. 100%. Don't know if they're going to get him or not, but Tech's among a slew of teams that are going, yeah, we got a little scratch here left, baby. You want to come in to love it? We'll get you taken care of. Charles asked on Facebook, any regrets not hosting college football playoff game this weekend? Team loves a bye, though, I'm sure. For me personally, it'd be cool, but no, you want to be the best of the best. You want to be in the top 4. This team needed to heal up. This team was beat up. David Bailey was beat up. Your quarterback's beat up. That you need to have a chance. If you want to beat Oregon, you got to put the best team you've got all year long on the field. Oregon will be the best team you played. Better than BYU, better than Utah, better than anybody you played. Make no mistake about it. You need to be the best you can. I hope people have picked up on that with the comments that Joey McGuire has made over the last couple of weeks, talking about getting that first round bye, getting to wait, getting to heal up. Kyrie, and then I like Miami and OU to win. Yeah. I'm with you on that. Joseph gets in on the United Supermarkets text line tonight. We're coming to you from the Hat Creek Interior Studios. It's not too late, guys. Get yourself your own Christmas gift. Like, go buy yourself an awesome new chair and say, dear me, from me, to me, love me. Great chair, Hat Creek Interiors. Western style furniture. Check it out, hatcreek.us.com. Or if you're in the Hubaplex, go out the showroom. Tell them we said hey. Tell Corey Flanagan and the great people there, thanks for supporting Raiderland. Joseph, if Tech don't win the Natty, I hope it's Indiana. Either one would be a gut punch to the Blue Bloods. Full stop. Yeah, cool. I agree. Most Texan Thing, I had handmade stocking hats in KC colors made for 4 elderly ladies who get dizzy at the mention of Patrick Mahomes. That whole last sentence was awkward, weird, and wonderful, and I love it. And don't tell him he might not play next year. I've had to break that to my sainted mother that, you know, he might not play or play effectively next year. You know? It's not easy. Old Texas Tech man, 9144, college sports changing drastically. It really kind of always has in different ways, but is it changing drastically now? Yeah, over the last 5 years, and I love everything about it. I love college sports more today than I've ever loved it because it's more honest. It is more transactional for player, school, and everybody involved on that. And now the fans, and it's been hard for some fans coming to grips with the reality of really what the sport has been, but underneath the water, underneath the surface. But the best thing about it is there's been no better time if you're a Texas Tech or, as somebody was saying earlier about Indiana, there's no better time to be a fan of a school like Texas Tech because you now truly get to operate at the same level of everybody else. And anybody else can do it. I mean, are we really supposed to think that Texas Tech is the only school in America that has rich alumni? And I guess that's a great thing about the Texas Tech degree. Texas Tech should start charging more to go to Tech because apparently if you go to Texas Tech, man, you're automatically billionaires and millionaires, and we turn out, all sorts of money. Those schools have it, and they're figuring it out. They are. That the donors at schools like a Texas Tech are realizing that their dollar now goes to people and product and not just another building or another something or another that really at the end of the day doesn't mean a damn thing on what you do on the field. Now we're fighting even-handed. Our bullets are the same bullets as UT, Ohio State, Alabama, fill in the blank, you name it, whatever it is. And it's really schools like UT that should be looking around going, God, we really suck. We have every inherent advantage, apparently. We spent more money than Texas Tech, and we can't even get in the damn thing. Jeff jumps in. The Most Texan Thing, playing the Joe Ely catalog all week. I don't know. If you haven't read the Texas Monthly article about his final days, do yourself a favor. Now, you didn't say do yourself a favor and read it or do yourself a favor and not read it. When it comes to Texas Monthly, I'm always a little bit cockeyed on what I might be reading there. I hope they did it right. You guys get in tonight. Who are you rooting for, and what do you think is going to happen? College football playoffs this weekend. Tonight, Oklahoma A&M. I've got Oklahoma winning this thing about 24-14, maybe 27-14, 20. That seems really high scoring all of a sudden when you look at how bad the offense was for Alabama. The defense for Oklahoma gets home, but they got to blitz a lot to do it, which leaves them open to big plays. Not that I think that Alabama really is all that good at exploiting it. So I've got it 24-13, 14, Oklahoma. I can absolutely see Miami destroying A&M tomorrow. 100%. Most Texan thing you've done this week. On Fridays, we've done this for years now. What's the most Texan thing you did this week? Or maybe what's your most Texan Christmas tradition, if you have one, that you think resonates from a Lone Star State standpoint? And then anything else that's on your mind? We'll go as long as the conversation is interesting tonight. I want to watch the game just like you. And yeah, I have been listening to a lot of Joe Ely this week. Hold on. There we go. There's Joe. Right there. Randy Wade, Saint and Mother, that's a Hollywood Mike Reiner saying. You can watch all the games on Victory for free, Victory Plus. What is that? I don't even know what that is. Same app as the Dallas Stars before Victory Plus. Stars fans in DFW couldn't watch their games after the Bally's debacle. So, see, I don't watch the Stars. Tomorrow you got South Oak Cliff and Randall. North Shore, Galena Park, North Shore, and Duncanville, and Corpus Christi, what is that? Corpus Christi King. Sea King? What is Sea King? And DeSoto. Yeah, I mean, I'm like totally out of it on this year's Texas high school playoffs. Nobody really that I was paying attention to was involved, and like I said, it's not on my TV channels anymore. You want me to watch it? You put it back on my channels. I ain't watching it. And it's a shame for Texas high school sport. What, Craig Way? You still doing it, Craig Way? Let's see, old Texas Tech man. Can Texas Tech outbid Indiana for outbid? Yeah, Texas Tech can outbid anybody. Or is he coming to Tech, if not going pro because of girlfriend? Well, what do you think? Follow the girlfriend, follow the money, follow the best team you can operate with right now. Here's the deal. Sorsby goes to Texas Tech. One of the biggest reasons I would go to Tech if I'm Sorsby, I know the defenses. I know these defenses. I know the league. I played against them. I've got institutional knowledge. I don't have to know new film. I don't have to do anything. If Sorsby goes outside of the Big 12, he's got a learning curve. You stay in the Big 12, you don't have that. That's exactly why. Well, the girlfriend. I mean, girlfriend, money, learning curve. Jeff, read it. It's really good and sad at the same time. Read what? See, people have no idea what you're talking about. So this is where I'm going to do what Rush Limbaugh used to call a caller clinic and teach you guys how to call in or text into a show. When you text in, you've got to be very descriptive and say, read it. No, not read it. Read the Texas Monthly article feature on Joe Ely's final days. It's really good and really sad at the same time. So that's how you do that. I can't be giving these things out for free every day. I really can't. When you text in to a radio show, I would tell you guys to do the same thing because nobody calls into call-in shows anymore. We don't even call them call-in shows anymore. We call them terrestrial radio programs that ought to be a podcast, I think is what we call them. But when you text in, be very descriptive. Restate the question. Reply, even say, hey, replying to your discussion about blah, blah, blah. Here's what I think in reference to that. It's just how we do it. Alabama 27, OU 20. Crap, it haven't even started in Alabama. It's got 27. I don't think Alabama can get 27 points on Oklahoma tonight. I'm sorry. I don't see that. If Alabama wins, 20, 21 would be the most. I get 21-17. I ain't seeing 27 out of this Alabama team. Joseph, Facebook. Ryan Hyatt's Raiderland on Facebook, free. Ryan Hyatt's Raiderland YouTube channel, free. Subscribe. Get us over 700 this weekend. So when we roll in to Christmas and New Year's and we get ready for the game, I'd really love 1,000 on YouTube because that just blows it up. And all of a sudden algorithms go crazy and you guys wouldn't know what would. I mean, hell, it'd be like hanging out with John Kurtz on a Tuesday night. That's for you, John. Joseph, I was told by my Yankee brother that Tech thinks they can buy any player in the world they want. I told him no, thinking to it, if they can help us, we buy them. Joseph, it's a little early to be drinking, but here's the deal: Texas Tech can buy any player they want to if the player wants to come to Texas Tech. Robert. Red Zone wish list for next month. New Red Zone wish list for next month. New O backfield comprised of Bailey, Hunter, Height, and Rodriguez. Red Zone. Oh, see, this is again caller clinic. This makes no sense. What he's saying is, I'd love to see when Texas Tech football gets into the red zone that they would employ an entire backfield of defensive linemen and linebackers. So now that's a text communication. This red zone wish list next month. New O backfield comprised of Bailey, Hunter, Height, and Rodriguez. I am but a simple caveman. I like defensive players on offensive side. I miss Rush too, man. They're going out on a tour though, and I don't know about the new drummer. We'll see how she does, but it's not the same. It'll never be the same. That's okay though. Really is. As long as they play Limelight and Alex Lifeson nails the opening riff on that, one of the first riffs I really learned how to play on guitar was Limelight. Once I mastered that initial riff into the kind of the power chord, right off that, I was like, I am a guitar god. Not a golden god like in Almost Famous, but a guitar god, you know. Robert, Alabama, Miami, Oregon, and Tulane all win. Tulane going to beat Ole Miss. Ole Miss laying 17, and Robert says just back up the truck, jump on that green wave, and ride it to economic prosperity. No, Tulane's not going to beat Ole Miss. No, they're not going to beat Ole Miss. James Madison, not going to beat Oregon. It'd be great, but it ain't going to happen. Thank you. Thank you very much. You got about 4 minutes to jump in. What do you think happens tonight? I'm going to go OU 20. I got to make a play on this, right? 24-14. 24-14 OU tonight. I'll take Miami to just steamroll A&M tomorrow down there at College Station. We'll go with the Ole Miss. I think they covered the 17. And then I fear, and I hate it, and I don't want to see it. But Devontae Moore and Oregon just, it's going to be ugly. It's going to be ugly. They win big. Texas Tech basketball, if they can hang within 10, I'll take that as a win. I fear, though, that tomorrow night, again, a horrible time for Texas Tech to line up against Duke. Of all the teams Tech can play right now on their non-conference schedule, Duke's probably the worst one, even worse than Purdue. Saw how it went. The front line, and if they call any fouls on Toppin, it's over. You can't stop them. This line's going to open up overnight about 8.5, 9, right in through there. I haven't seen any new line reports on that, but I think it's going to probably roll off about that. I'm not telling you what to do with your money, but if all you had to do was lay 8.5 on Duke, you want to make a little Christmas money off your Red Raiders, support them and everything else, yeah, it'd probably be some free money rolling in. One more time, though, this won't hurt Texas Tech in the whatever you want to call it, your Ken Palms, your metrics, your power rankings, your RPIs, that Texas Tech is going to go into Big 12 play, even with this loss, and they'll beat Winthrop in a couple of days, or a couple of days before Big 12 play starts. What's the first game? Yeah, Oklahoma State. On about that 6, 7, 8 line. You're in the tournament. If you do what you got to do in the Big 12 anyways, you'll be in the tournament at the end of the year. And I think the discussion we're about to start having with this Texas Tech team over the next week or 2 weeks, 3 weeks, is can you get better as the year goes on? Can you get healthier? Can you put your best team that you can possibly put on the floor in late February, early March? And that even if you're and please don't be an 8-9 team. I would rather Tech go in as a 12 seed than 8-9 line. Can you be the best team you're going to be this year at the end of the year as opposed to where you are right now? That's, I think, going to have to be the discussion point going forward. All right, a couple of more minutes left. Get in on the United Supermarkets chat line. Predictions on college football playoffs. What do you think is going to happen? Most Texan thing you've done this week. Anything else? Robert, not going to lie, I'm jealous of these home playoff games. I understand the benefit of the time off, but as for the big-ass party angle, hosting would have been pretty dang cool. You can do it next year. When it goes to 16, Tech will be top 8. You can host next year. Ease your way in, Well, you're easing your way in as a 4 seed. I don't think Lubbock was ready to host a playoff game this year. I don't think we're ready for it. We're gonna get our minds right. We're gonna get ready for it. Give us a whole year to prepare for it. Next year when Texas Tech hosts, the 215, be great. Be good. You got to get ready. I don't think we're ready for it. Jan, OU, A&M, James Madison, Ole Miss. No Duke, no Duke may roll. Hopes to say, yeah, Duke's gonna roll. James Madison ain't got no chance. If you resurrected and dug up the actual James Madison, no chance. Of course, he's over 200 years dead now, but let's ignore that part. You know, let's just ignore that part about him being dead. All right. It's been a hell of a week. It's been a good week, a great week, a tough week. A lot of awesome stuff going on, and then crappy stuff like Joe Ely passing away, and Greg Biffle and his family, and that plane crash and everything else. So you know what we call that? We call that life. That's what life is. Really, really highs, really, really lows, everything in between. We just rock and roll with it, right? We just rock and roll. We do great things. We strengthen ourselves and we go, okay, yeah, that's what it is. One more before we get out of here. ESPN Game Day just went 4 out of 5 for OU. God, it's Alabama now. All right, you guys are the best. Might do a broadcast, if Tech does something amazing tomorrow night in basketball. All right. Oh, hold on, Dylan. Just so you know, I put it out there on Guns Up page about the 666 subs. Glad some folks came through. Thank you. Appreciate you doing that. We were stuck on that, and we went to 5, and then 6, and now I think we're at like 70 something or whatever. Thank you, Dylan. I appreciate that. And please, people keep coming through. Get me away from that number. I don't want that. All right, you guys are the best. We might see you tomorrow night if Tech basketball does something crazy otherwise. Tomorrow, Saturday column with no name. Sunday, 5 things we know on a Sunday, and we rock and roll on Monday. We'll be with you on Monday and Tuesday of next week with live shows. Christmas Day off, then back at it on the 26th on Friday. So that's kind of our little holiday schedule stream. If you see us out and about doing some Christmas shopping and whatnot, stop us, say hi. We always love hanging out with you guys. And the best thing you can do, go to our great sponsors, hit them on social media, like Live Life Well Clinic of Lubbock, like The Reserve, both on Facebook, easy to get to. Hat Creek Interior, same thing. United Supermarkets. Tell them thank you for supporting what we do. If you like what we do, if you like any media these days, find out who supports them and go tell them thanks on social media. It don't take like 5 seconds. You could hit Live Life Well, The Reserve, and Hat Creek Interiors and United Supermarkets on Facebook in like under 90 seconds and just say, hey, thanks, we appreciate it. Boom, to go to the next one, do all that. That's what allows all this stuff to transpire. Okay? That's what allows it to happen. And they're just awesome people, and they love they love the same things you love, right? They love the same things you love. That alone, go support them for that. All right, let's see what happens. Alabama and Oklahoma. And remember, all of us together right now, the entire Oklahoma fight song. Boomer. Sooner. Boomer. Sooner. Boomer.